Nigerian striker Emuyizi Ogiagbeva became the first African to win the Golden Boot in the UEFA Women's Champions League. She scored 10 goals in 7 Champions League outings for her Belarusian club Minsk in the 2019-2020 season. Welcome back to the sports segment of the weekend show. I am Amanda Soki.
And I'm Ayo Adams, two-time Olympic winner. Caster Semenya has had her appeal thrown out by the Swedish court. The Court of Arbitration of Sport put out a rule guideline saying that a testosterone level is too high to compete in the competition. Well, she feels that it's not good for her, and she feels that it's a slap on her face. But the governing body released a statement saying that it is not a move to render her or to ridicule her. It is a move that says every participant or every competitor in this round must have the same level. And also moving to football. Football has started and football has resumed. The Five Stars Premier League begins this weekend. The Five Stars Premier League begins this weekend in the heart of Abuja at the Turf Arena. Also, Nigerian midfielder John Ogu has left his Saudi club after expressing his feelings, saying that the COVID-19 restrictions and flight guidelines didn't allow him to leave the country to go play football. So he has forcing terminated his contract with the club. Still a Nigerian midfielder, Steven Gerrard revealed that Rangers Joe Aribo, Super Eagle midfielder, would not be able to play in the coming weeks of the league. He is still out injured. And finally, in the Nigerian news, Victor Osimhen finally reveals why he let go of his former agent after 4 years. It was found out that his contract, an integral part of his contract, was written in Italian, which states that he would be receiving small money at the end of his contract. But Pavel Nedved, a Juventus legend, came to Osimhen's attention, and he told him that your agent has put a clause in your contract which renders you receiving less money. Osimhen has stated that he is not there to play for the money. I mean, we've seen him score 2 hat-tricks in consecutive games, but he's here to play. But it is not good to see his agent ripping him off. Also, the final advice I was giving to him is for him to make sure that every contract was written in English. And as we move to AFCON, Amanda, what is going on with AFCON trophy?
Yes, so some updates on the stolen Egypt AFCON trophy. If you know, they won the treble in year 2006, 2008, and 2010. And there's been drama over their missing trophy. Well, they provided an update saying that the Attorney General has ordered to refer the EFA's lost AFCON trophy case to the public funds prosecution. And they currently are conducting an investigation, and they concluded that the AFCON trophy was actually not stolen but has been lost. And this is due to conflicting statements that has been provided by the EFA officials regarding the reasons for losing it. At first, they thought that it was actually lost in fire. So there's been a lot of disparity of statement, but at least they found out that it's just currently lost. And I hope they can find it, because they plan to open a museum to, show off all their trophy collections and old jerseys. Yes, so
2020 with the surprises, where we hope to find the AFCON trophy. La Liga has returned, and there was a news on La Liga which says that 5 substitutes will be used in this La Liga season, enabling the players to rest well because of how fast they've resumed back to next season. And also the Newcastle takeover. Amanda, yes. Newcastle?
So Newcastle takeover didn't go through. The Newcastle confirmed in their website that the Premier League has officially rejected Amanda Staveley's Saudi-based takeover of the club. If you recognize, Newcastle has been making lots of signings, and I think it's in anticipation that their club was going to get bought. But the Premier League, Mike Ashley, he stated that the EPL board, for rejecting them, he might have to seek legal options to see how they can go forward. And the Premier League hit back at Mike Ashley and said that they claimed that Newcastle and its company that wants to take over failed to produce the necessary information to move forward with the proposed takeover. So I guess there's a little bit of back and forth between Newcastle and the Premier League board, and I hope they can sort it out so that Newcastle fans can really get what they want. They've been very active this transfer window, so I guess it's positive signs, about the takeover happening, and I just hope they can.
Yeah, we just hope Newcastle can resolve that. And still on the Premier League, the Premier League is back this weekend with fixtures all round. But before the weekend came, we had the list of the best players in the Premier League for last season. Manchester City, Kevin De Bruyne was named the PFA Player of the Year. Alexander-Arnold Trent was named the Young Player of the Year. And for his groundbreaking efforts, Marcus Rashford received a Merit Award also. Well, I think these were well-deserved trophies for all participants, and we hope to see who is the best this season. The Premier League is back. Let us know what you think about the Premier League. Have you taken your FPL links? Have you joined FPL groups? Let's see what you can do at the end of the season.
Yes, it's great news to see EPL coming back. I joined FPL, of course. I enjoyed playing FPL, and honestly, it took me a whole month. I've been taking out players and putting in players, but at the end I finally decided, and hopefully maybe next week I can show you guys my team.
All right.
Maybe if I do well. But yes, moving on. The Nations League, which was played on Monday and Tuesday, there were so many record-breaking moments. First of all, we had Spain, who played against Ukraine, and they won the match 4-0 in that match. And Ansu Fati scored, and he became the youngest player to ever score for Spain at the age of 17 and 311 days old. I guess that is why Barcelona is trying to quickly tie him up and extend his contract. And also that same match, Sergio Ramos became the highest goal-scoring defender in history of international football with his 23rd goal for Spain, which actually put him in eighth in Spain's goal-scoring history. This is great for a defender, being 8th, and Spain is a great team, and for him to actually be 8th in their goal-scoring history is big news. And also, England versus Denmark match was ended up in 0-0, but it was a dry match, but that wasn't really the headlines. The headline news was Phil Foden and my wonder boy, yes, Mason Greenwood, were sent back home due to them breaking COVID-19 rules. Yes, they brought guests into their hotel rooms, and of course, these girls, they videoed the conversations, even videoed part of when they were in the hotel room. So it was just a huge scandal and a huge letdown. I hope that they can learn their lesson and behave better. But yeah, moving on. Also, Portugal won the match against Sweden, and that's where Cristiano Ronaldo scored his 100th international goal for Portugal, which puts him second in history in the all-time international goal scoring list. He is actually behind the man who actually leads the scoring is an Iranian striker, Ali Daei. He has 109 goals. So I'm sure Cristiano Ronaldo will want to beat that mark and move to the highest scoring goal scorer. Well, yeah, that's all we have right now for sports. And moving on to the NBA, to basketball. Right now, as you know, the playoffs is going on, and the Lakers defeated Houston Rockets in a 110 to 100. They take a 3-1 lead in the Western Conference, and if the Lakers can actually win their next match, this would be their first time reaching the finals in 10 years. So Anthony Davis and LeBron James, they did a great job in leading the team to win the Houston Rockets. And right now, there's a bit of scandal going on in the Houston Rockets camp because their player, Daniel House, has been removed from the NBA bubble because he also broke COVID-19 rules by bringing in a guest in his hotel. So I don't know. So he's going to be out of playing with the Houston Rockets against Lakers. So this is going to be a huge disappointment with his team. So I mean, Ayo, what is going on with all these players breaking COVID-19 rules?
I think they need to be, like I stated last week, 2 weeks ago, I think they need to be put on a lock and keys, and they need to know that they have more contact with more people. They should be restricted. They should have a sense of discipline and responsibility to themselves that COVID-19 is real, and your athletes, keep yourself safe. And moving on to the Formula One, Pierre Gasly won the Italian Grand Prix, and also Sebastian Vettel finally signs for Racing Point after leaving Scuderia Ferrari. It's good to see the German coming back to race in the F1 next season. And moving finally to tennis, we have Azarenka knocks out Serena Williams, and Novak Djokovic has been disqualified for hitting a line judge with a ball. Well, that is all we have for you on the weekend show on the sports segment this week. I am Ayo Adams.
Yes, and I am Amanda Soki, and you can find us on our social media pages at Amanda Soki on Twitter and Instagram. So thank you so much for joining us. And Ayo, what's
you can find me on Instagram at Mr_Chase and also on Twitter at Mr_Chase. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.